Alright, so this is Dr. Life in the business of saving lives, first responder. We respond to man-made disasters. Alright, they call natural disasters, they call them acts of God. A hurricane or a tornado that destroys a city. I don't know why they call it an act of God, but then the man-made disasters that also destroy cities. They don't have a term that they put on it. We just call it man-made disasters. And they have the Red Cross and they have all type of agencies that respond to natural disasters. But the neighborhood that we're standing in right now is called Paramore in Orlando, Florida. It's a historic neighborhood. Come on, we can walk. First, you look right here. This is the location of the downtown recreational complex. This downtown recreational complex is the home to what they call the Paramore Kids Zone. Get the side of that bus. Come over here. Excuse me. Alright, that's good. So, Paramore Kids Zone. As you can see around here, there's a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of building going on. And there's a dividing line over there. The dividing line of the city is the I-4 corridor. I-4 runs from Daytona down to Tampa, east to west. In the east is Daytona, in the west is Tampa. I-4 runs east to west like that. But when it comes to Orlando and the I-4 corridor, on the west side of Orlando, similar to Compton, California, where my main man SPI, Spider Loc, is. Similar to the west side, LA, same problems. So when we got down here to Orlando, we were coming from Chicago, Illinois. Very familiar to those same type of problems that exist on the west side of Orlando, and that exists in Compton, California, and in LA, and that exists in Trenton, New Jersey, where we're originally from, and that exists in Chicago, Illinois, where my wife is from. So we were very familiar with what was going on the west side of the I-4 corridor. On the east side of I-4, it's what the whole world knows about. You know, Disney, Universal Studios, Wet n Wild, you know, International Drive, iDrive. It's the #1 tourist destination in the world. But on the west side of I-4, we came here because there's a gold mine. And this is proof that there's a gold mine over here. They know this is a gold mine. You see? That's industry. That's investment. That's high-priced condos. The economic term for that is called gentrification. The economic term for that is called gentrification. All right? So before they were investing in this neighborhood, we were here in this neighborhood. Matter of fact, we're going to walk over here. There was a lady in this neighborhood named Miss Tony Shin. Shout out to Miss Tony if you still around Orlando. I don't know if you still here or not. But Miss Tony Shin took this neighborhood by the horn before there was any investment. Before there was any Paramore Kids Zone, before there was any pipeline of funding coming into this neighborhood. The pipeline of funding that comes into this neighborhood is due to a lady by the name of Miss Tony Shin. And this lady drove this neighborhood and knocked on doors in this neighborhood. This lady rode bikes in the neighborhood, met the families in this neighborhood, found out what was going on, found out the pulse of the neighborhood. Come on, we're gonna walk over here. And the neighborhood responded to Miss Tony Shin. And so then Miss Tony Shin brought her organization to this recreational center right here. Miss Tony Shin went and got a vehicle and wrapped a white vehicle with Paramore Kids Zone. She painted the vehicle, put beats and music in the vehicle, used to ride through the neighborhood with the vehicle named Paramore Kids Zone on the side of it. So Miss Tony Shin developed a relation. We talking about relationships, y'all. Talk about a relationship of service. Tony Shin wasn't no preacher. Tony Shin wasn't no evangelist. Miss Tony Shin wasn't no politician. That's why we came to work with Miss Tony Shin. But we ain't none of that. Stop. We ain't none of that either. It's not no political campaign. It's not no evangelist trying to line their pockets. It's not no mega pastor trying to be on Preachers of LA or Preachers of Orlando. Nah. What this is a relationship of service to let the individuals in this neighborhood know that the gold mine is them. They showing you. Pastor. Hey man, I'm walking the streets. I'm on the corner of Paramore and All right.
Oh, man.
So, let me finish. All right, so listen. The reason we're here is because there's a gold mine going on. And what we do is we do the same thing Miss Tony Shin does. When I say we, turn the camera. That's little Dr. Life. When I got down here in Orlando, Florida, he's the fourth of my children. All right. So my wife, myself, our 4 children, and our other nieces and nephews, just like Miss Tony Shin, in every community that we go into, we decide to invest, establish a relationship of service to help the people of the community benefit from the gold mines and tap into the gold mine that everybody else exploits. That's what this is about. So we're back in Paramore again. We came down in 2008 and 2009 when Miss Tony Shin was building a teen shack. She built a teen shack in this very community center so that the young people could get off the streets with the crime and violence. I'm gonna say this to y'all about violence. I'm gonna say this to y'all about crime. I'm gonna say this to y'all about the war on drugs. I'm gonna say this to y'all about the prison industrialized complex. I'm gonna say this to y'all about the school to prison pipeline. The antidote for all of that, the antidote to cure all of those things immediately and instantaneously, and the prosperity, which is the antidote, is the individuals walking up and down these streets. Each and every individual in these communities possesses an image, possesses a character. And once you're taught how to own, our movement is called Just Own It. Father's Wish New Deal. You make a deal with us to train. You go through a training process to learn how to just own your image, just own your character, how to just own your voice, how to just own your destiny, how to just own your estate and not be a ward of the state. When you're a ward of the state, you go to the state schools, end up in the school to prison pipeline, and 9 times out of 10 you'll become a statistic of the state. But when you learn how to just own your estate through the talents and abilities, the gold mine that you already have, we embedded our children in these neighborhoods because they possess the same talents and abilities that these individuals in these neighborhoods possess. But our children will not end up as a statistic. And we embed our children in this neighborhood to let these children know you're a gold mine just like they are. We're going to crown and coronate them and give them back their thrones and their estates. And we're here to tell these people in the community that we're going to help them get their gold mine and their thrones and their estates back too. So throughout the day, you're going to see us knock on doors. You're going to see us invite people to no longer settle for servitude, to no longer settle for second best. All right? And we're going to turn the people on into the value that they are. We're going to turn the investment in this neighborhood. We're going to flip it from gentrification to transformation. We're going to flip it from vulture capitalism to the HAVILLAH Gold Rush pipeline. All right? That's it for this video. I'll come back later. Pause.